as fast as we all want to move, as fast as ChatGPT makes us think our life can move. The minute we go to implement anything, if our team does not feel like we're all on the same page, if we feel stuck, most of the time it can be drilled back down to trust. My journey back to trusting myself, I had to stop self-abandoning. I had to stop muting myself. That journey started with a glass of water every morning, going to the gym when I said I would go to the gym, doing the things that I said I would do consistently.
As the leader and the CEO of this company, why do you have hesitation about meeting with your own team?
If you're in a job or running a company that you do not feel great about, you start to...
Hey, welcome to the Seeding Greatness podcast. I'm your host, Darryll Stinson, and today we have one of those special episodes because I have my queen, my bride, the queen of trust, the TEDx speaker, co-founder of Seeding Greatness, mother of 5.
Yeah.
And by the way, can we just pull up that picture of the amazing Isla there? Everybody say,
ah, sweet baby.
She's so cute. And I tell people all the time when they talk about your kids are so beautiful, I say they get it from their mama. That's what I say. They get it from their mom. She is beauty itself, inside and out. And I am so glad that we prepped for this conversation because we have structure, y'all. Today, we're going to talk about 3 key areas. Trust, and specifically around organizations and who are leading teams, medium, large-sized businesses, even small businesses. To me, even people who think that they're small businesses have a larger team than even what they are aware of.
Yeah.
And so we're going to talk about trust and how that speeds up results, how that speeds up and accelerates and perpetuates culture. And then we're going to talk about our events, the amazing things that's been happening throughout Middle Tennessee that God is just doing and is still continuing to do in bigger and larger ways. And then our third bucket is marriage, parenting, family, entrepreneurship, like all of that, crock pot of material. Okay. So we got trust, team, we got Seeding Greatness social, and we got marriage, family, parent, entrepreneurship. By the way, this we're literally teaching right now because we did this podcast. When was that?
Last summer. Yeah.
And it was like, it was good, but it was like,
it was good. It never saw the light of day though.
Because we were like bopping from this topic. She was wondering why I didn't finish this loop. And then we're like, but I was going somewhere and it was so much. And it was like 9 topics. And even in planning for this, I was like, I'm glad we did this because I would have talked about like 9 other things. Right. And I think, as much as I would love to believe that people would like to, be in on you and I's marriage conversation, which will give them some of that. I know that organizations can benefit so much from this game around what it takes to accelerate trust, to create trust, and to operate at that. So I would love just to start there.
Yeah.
Like where sort of, why is that conversation important for you right now? Or where do you see it being relevant for leaders?
So there's a book, The Speed of Trust, and Stephen Covey. And I think that as fast as we all want to move, as fast as ChatGPT makes us think our life can move, the minute we go to implement anything, if our team does not feel like we're all on the same page, if we feel stuck, even if we don't know why we feel stuck, if there's just a hesitancy, most of the time it can be drilled back down to trust. Either do I trust my team members horizontally? Do I trust my leader? So like upwards, or do I trust myself to do the thing that we all just sat around the table and ideated and got really excited about? Now I have to go home and actually where the rubber meets the road and execute that. Do I trust myself to do that and do it well and not feel embarrassed when I have to bring something back to the team? So I think that with the way everyone, it's hard out here right now, right? Like a lot of things are unstable, a lot of things are uncertain. And if you have to show up to work carrying all of that in emotionally, spiritually, everything that you're already carrying into work, let alone if you're doing a job that has any type of like meaning and calling for you, so you actually care about the work that you're doing, and then trust gets in the way. It's like, I said in my TEDx talk, trust or the lack thereof is this like undercurrent that I don't think we realize how much it affects us every day. When it's not there, it makes us cautious, and we kind of get into like, I need to self-protect a little bit. So it's this undercurrent that shapes our everyday life. And you layer on all the like societal things that are really hard for people right now. That's why I think it's a super important conversation.
Yeah, that layering on the societal stuff that's super hard for people is a thing. I think my challenge sometimes, even in the work that I talk about in the mental health side, or even I can argue this communication side, people don't argue with me as much about that, but anything that's abstract, like trust sounds very abstract.
For sure.
It's like, where's the worksheet for trust? Where's the, I don't know, science. I mean, I don't know what people feel like they need. I feel like the moment executives hear trust, they're like, yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
I got it. Check.
Cool. Yeah.
But
I'll get to it.
Or, yeah, you're right. But yeah, keep doing the same thing over and over again. So like, I don't know, what's your thoughts on that? And maybe how do you sort of make that conversation more easy to navigate for executives?
Yeah. Is absolutely a very like, it can be seen as this vague topic, or like we can just stay in like theory land, or trust can be put maybe in the bucket of like, it's a little bit fluffy. It's kind of like, a little bit cotton candy of an idea. But I think if we really sat down and had some honest conversations, and you were able to trace the lack of trust on your team all the way back to the bottom line of how quickly or not quickly you met the budget or met the deadline, or made enough sales or didn't make enough sales, or had more turnover in your organization or less turnover, and all of that hits the bottom line, it takes it from a cotton candy idea to a very matter of fact, black and white, like, are you in the black or the red? So that's why it's like, in my opinion, it jumps way up on the priority list as an executive, that this is something we need to pay attention to. Like you and I, for example, like we had multiple staff turnovers last year in the company that we lead, and trust was a factor. And trust is a ripple effect now, because when we're getting ready to bring on new team members, I can feel both of us in this like hesitancy and a wrestle to hire the next person because of the way that the last person affected our trust. Like, so, okay, you mentioned we just had a baby, right? Like, so Isla is 8 weeks old yesterday. Okay. And for the 2 months leading up to her due date, I mean, I was communicating with one team member heavily in this like knowledge transfer, maternity leave. I think we said the word maternity leave 1,000 times, right? Like, this is how I want it to look. I'm thinking that I can trust her to take all this information that I'm giving, do what she said she could do with it, and I'm going to have this blissful maternity leave and know that the company is still moving forward, and people are getting helped, and sales are being made, and clients are, getting the support they need. Sadly, that was not the case. All of this stuff I felt like I had given her. Now, could I have been better in the way that I gave it to her? Sure. 100%. SOPs, documentation, sure. But to know that like a lot of it didn't really land and didn't get followed through on, this, but for people who don't know. So sitting there like weeks after Isla's born, I was sending an invoice in the hospital room. Could somebody else have done that? 1,000%. So I had that breakdown, like just real tears for like an hour. Like, man, the reason I was so upset and crying after Isla was a few weeks old is because I trusted her that I could have this experience in maternity leave that I didn't ultimately end up get to have. Now we worked through it and like it's fine, but trust is such a big deal. And, you know, now we're like sort of spending time rebounding from that.
Totally.
Yeah.
And so like if I'm an executive, I'm listening to this and, you know, I think it ranges all the way from small to large size organizations.
Yeah.
It's at the center and core of everything, even human relationships outside of business. But if I'm specifically thinking about the business application of this, and I'm thinking about like sitting here, you know, I'll just phrase it in the way that it helped me to see it. I think that's better for me.
Yeah.
As like you said something one time. And by the way, that's sort of one of my like objectives in this part of the conversation is people get so enamored by me. Like they're like, and well, first of all, some people, okay, not all people. Okay. There's plenty of people. Even I can go to every speaking engagement I've done and I can probably identify multiple people who I was not their favorite flavor of ice cream.
Sure.
Okay. And so what I mean is like for people who I am their favorite flavor of ice cream. Okay. Obviously.
Who love chocolate.
I knew it was coming. That's why I was like, they're like personality wise, they like the yell, the bigness, not even knowing I'm not even like that at my core at home, I guess. It's like only me because I'm like, if I'm going to be out here, let's go. Right. And so I'm just moving, I'm going to break something. And yet it feels like sometimes the perception of people who don't know you, I'm not talking about people who know you, that people don't know you. It's like, oh, that's why.
She's so sweet.
That's why.
Yeah.
And I'm like, if they would just understand that probably at least 30 to 40% of this speech that they enjoyed was shaped by this undercurrent of this conversation I'm having with you. And so I'm like, one of my things is like, I'm all for powerful women. We have 4 children. I was raised a lot by my mother and my grandmother and my auntie and my other auntie, you know, and my dad and my uncles and stuff too. But I'm saying powerful, strong women.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm all for that side of the deal. But I don't like sharing. You know, I'm not the best sharing. You know, I don't share food well.
No.
I share referrals, but you, I don't want to share you. But now we're here to share you. And so I just want them to get that piece. So you said to me when we were talking about holding a team meeting for our company, you said, hey, as the leader and the CEO of this company, why do you have hesitation about meeting with your own team?
Yeah.
I got to turn to the camera because I don't think they heard me. Hey, listen, CEO leader, as a CEO, as a leader of your organization or team, why do you have hesitation about meeting with your own team? That was a question that Brittany asked me. So for me, what that did, it gave me a way to see where I was actually missing. I was like, that's my blind spot of trust. Because I was amen in everything you were saying content-wise, but I wasn't changing my behavior until I recognized my own hesitation to meet with my own team.
Yeah.
So I think that's a great place for executives to audit, is say, hey, look at your calendar right now, open it, pick it up. Look at your upcoming meetings and see where you have hesitation.
Yep.
And is at the core of that a lack of trust somehow? And what is that? Like, you know, what's your thoughts on that?
Yeah. Have you heard of the Sunday scaries? People get these Sunday scaries. It's all over Instagram. So if Sunday, you know, Saturday was great, you just, you know, slothed around the house. Sunday comes, maybe you meal prep, maybe you went to church and did your thing. Sunday night starts coming around. It's like 5, 6, 7 o'clock. You start thinking about the next day. And if you're in a job or running a company that you do not feel great about, you start to get this like little pit in your stomach because you know Monday's coming. Okay. So Sunday scaries. That's for, you know, it's the cool kids.
Why are people scared of Monday though?
I'm about to tell you.
Oh, you're about to tell me?
Yeah. Well, this is just one lane, right? I said if you're in a job or a company that you don't feel great about, you have to get up and face that on Monday.
That sucks.
Okay.
Yeah. Yes. I'm with you.
Yes.
I'm with you.
So as a person who's auditing their calendar, and you're talking specifically about teams, we can go to teams, but in my opinion, let me start with teams. If you have meetings coming up that you do not feel great about or you feel hesitant about, in our company, it's small. You can move the meeting, right? It's not like you got 40 people showing up in an office for a staff meeting. But if you do have that, I doubt that you're skipping the meeting, but I bet that you are in some type of pattern or anxiety or suppression, or maybe that's the day you eat the extra heavy breakfast or you get the extra pastry, right? Like there's going to be a feedback loop in your life that says like, hey, I have internal feelings about how I need to go show up in this meeting and face these people that are on my team. Okay, so whatever little pit in your stomach you start to get when you start looking at these are the team meetings that I need to have, all that's telling you is there is work to be done around your relationships with this team.
Yeah.
And my belief, and that's why I did the TEDx talk, is that it's likely a level of trust. That's the issue.
Yes.
Can I trust this person if I'm honest with them? Can I trust my team member that if I say what I really want to say, it's going to go well? Can I trust them to handle feedback in a healthy way? Maybe as the executive, can I trust them with these big ideas that I've got and these lofty goals I want to set? Because I just came off the treadmill and had a great podcast and now I'm geeked up. Can I trust that I can take that level of excitement and energy in and my team embrace it and elevate it and run with me, or squash it with their Debbie Downer energy? I don't know. Like, can I trust them? So that's the team side. The other thing that I think gets people is when I can't trust myself to show up in the way that I want to show up. So that's another version of Sunday scaries, in my opinion. I know that on Monday, I have to go face it. It's going to bring some stuff up for me that I may or may not have dealt with lately. And if I'm in any type of personal development at all, any type of awareness in my life at all, there's a level of me that knows what I should be doing and what I'm not doing. And the gap in between is how much do I trust myself and how yucky do I feel when I have to face it? Or if I'm really, in a consistent practice of I do what I say I'm going to do.
Yeah.
I show up when I need to show up. I'm the me that I want to be on a regular basis.
Let me ask a question on that one. That was really good. As it relates to founders, executives, leaders of Fortune 100, 500 companies, even medium-sized business owners, multifaceted entrepreneurs, like where do you see some of their top areas where maybe they're blind to where they might not be trusting themselves, or like if they're doing this audit on a Sunday because they got the scaries and they don't trust themselves? What's the common areas that like you see? Because I know when you have conversations with a lot of people, you sort of see patterns, and it's like hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of entrepreneurs and founders and executives all sort of avoid this area when it comes to auditing their own self-trust and how they show up in their meetings and teams. Yeah. What's that?
I wouldn't say it's the same specific thing, but are you consistently doing second and third things first instead of first things first? And if you're listening to this and you just breathe for 2 breaths and pause, you know what first things first are. That's going to look different for everybody. So every founder, executive, high performing person is not avoiding the same thing, but you do know what your first things first are. And the symptom that shows that you need to do some inner trust work, like, can I trust myself, is I'm consistently allowing myself to do second and third things first.
Why?
For me, am I good enough is my why. For you, it might be something else. I'm trying to prove it to somebody in the past of my life, or I'm comparing myself to someone else that I see. In my opinion, the why changes. But when you're avoiding first things first, there's a lot of reasons.
What do you think I avoid? Because when I get in that, when I'm not doing first things first, what's at the core of it? Is it the same thing or is it something different?
It's your Jason Richardson story.
Yeah. Okay, I know the story.
Yeah.
Well, they might not know the story. I don't know. Can you
tell the story quickly?
Want me to tell the story?
I can give you my what? Okay, I was just
you tell me the story. Or maybe tell a story. I might be crying or something. Therapy. Oh, by the way, I understand. Let's pause. Okay, we talked about a lot of stuff. We're still talking about team and trust. I know we haven't talked about our events yet at the 22-minute mark. That's my number, and we're getting ready to talk about sports, so that's a sign. And then marriage, family, parenting. We kind of are being that. I think people got to catch that from how we are with one another. This is very much a dance. And it's because we've had a lot of these conversations over and over and over again privately and argued a lot that we're figuring it out. We're getting there. Mm-hmm. Okay. This is good.
I think, a lot of people ask us, like, how do you work together so much? And I just said this at dinner to somebody on Monday. I said, I can give you all the ways that we've done it really badly. Yeah. And that's the best advice I could give you. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I'll just give you all the failures that we had over the last 11 years. And then if you just do the opposite, then
yes, I like both. I like the failure track, but I also like the success track. Yeah. Like real talk. I wish we could pull it up and show the family creed that we did this year. Oh, can we pull up our family? That'd be great. We did this family creed this year. Yeah. And
don't forget the Jason Richardson story.
I won't. Okay. Thank you for ADHD, man. Yeah. Or whatever it is. I don't know if it's ADHD, ADD. I don't know. It's everything. Who cares? Help me. Where we going?
Our family. Yeah. Oh.
Don't let me lose my train of thought looking at my babies.
I said, I can tell you all the ways we did it poorly. And you said, yeah, but there's a success track too.
Totally, there's a success track, and we did this family creed.
Yeah,
and one of we did 4 statements, and one of the statements was that we touched the line.
Yes.
Okay, and that was basically saying that in basketball, when we used to do this exercise training drill called down and back, that we had to touch the line. The people that cheated sometimes finished first, but long term as athletes, they never became trained the best. They never touched the line. Yep. The people who touched the line, they might have finished a second behind, but ultimately they were training their muscles to finish. They were training their mind to go all the way and not take shortcuts. Yeah. So the people who touched the line, and hey, family, that's part of what Stinsons are. We touch the line.
So that's trust.
Yes, it is trust. You got to trust yourself and each other to touch the line.
But nobody can see it. When you're at the other end of the court, your coach is not down there. They can't see it.
You're right.
You can get away with it a lot.
Oh my God, people be
you can get away with it a lot unless you got a snitch and they start yelling. But who's going to do that, right? So you can get away with it. Yeah, that's
example of that in corporate culture.
Cutting corners.
To me, it's
like taking shortcuts.
It's the company card.
Oh, the company card.
You can get away with it. Nobody's paying attention to the fact that, oh, you know what? It was a couple $100 at dinner. It's fine. Forget that you brought all your friends and all you did was drink and then you pulled out your card and paid for the apps, Did I say that? Oh, yeah. But seriously, that stuff is at the core of trust. And so when founders go, oh, I'm pouring a lot, huh? The results around here. And the team's like, you change an idea every 5 minutes. Guess who's right? Both.
Yeah.
Both people are right.
Yeah.
And so when I say we touch the line, I mean, there's a failure track and there's a success track of we had the conversation when we didn't want to have the conversation. We apologize when we want to say apologize, man. Man, we yelled and it got ugly and I did not cover up the fact that it was ugly. I didn't sugarcoat it. I was like, yeah, it happened. Owned it.
Yep.
Not pretend we could go down that track forever. So I just think it's so important to be we failed a lot, but we succeeded a lot too, man. And there's a lot of people who are show us that. Mm-hmm. Like, how are y'all having that conversation? Because every time I get in that conversation with my spouse, it get too spicy.
Yep.
And we don't know how to recover.
Yeah.
Or there's been seasons where I've been talking and you feel so insecure because of how I'm communicating to you or where we're at in our level of development. And there's been levels where you've used this trust mirror and skill that you've had to be like, Darryll, fix your stuff. And it's been like insensitive to where I was at in my emotional capacity as a man in my healing journey as a human. And so you might have been mentally and intellectually right, but you was spiritually off, and vice versa, right? And so, it's usually you, not me.
Yeah, but vice versa. Yeah, vice versa.
Okay, so the Jason Richardson story, you tell it. Talking about trust.
Well, you asked me where you are.
Yes.
Yeah.
So
ask me the question again.
So the framing back to the conversation. So everybody, all the detail people are like, bring us back. It was good. Okay.
Well, do you want to close the loop? You just got to close the loop and then we can keep moving.
The Jason Richardson loop.
Yeah. What's the question again?
All right. So the question was, where in my life am I doing first things first? Or it was actually when I'm doing first things first or second things. When I'm doing second things and third things first, and I'm not doing first things first.
Yikes.
Yeah. What is at the core of the reason why for me?
Yeah. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
So this is me telling your story, but in high school, you were really good at basketball. Mm-hmm. Your dad got you a trainer.
Is that my mom?
Your mom got you a trainer. Mm-hmm. Shout out to your mom.
Always. My dad gonna be so mad, but yeah. My mom gonna be so happy.
He was the same trainer who trained Jason Richardson.
Yes. Jason
Richardson is amazing.
Mm-hmm. Multiple.
Whatever his accolades in the National Basketball Association, right? Professional basketball player.
Yeah. Yeah.
Dunk champion, and he's not that tall. Yeah.
I mean, he's not Kevin Durant tall.
Sure.
No. Yeah.
He's a big deal.
Okay, keep going.
And you were in high school.
You tell a story. Yes.
I don't know who to switch to. That's what I'll talk about.
Keep it alive.
The point is, he has seen someone. He trained someone at that level of professional.
Yes.
And he was training you, and he told you how good you were.
Yes.
Okay, and he was ready to take you and train you and elevate you to the same level.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
There was a new level of discipline, greatness, being invited into your life. Mm-hmm. And I think you stopped training with him.
Yes, at some point.
Yeah.
Yeah, you want me to tell the rest
before you went
he was working with me. There's two specific gap areas I had. One was that my efficiency as a shooter, I had really good mid-range. But 3-pointers I was not making, and I definitely wasn't making long range.
What did he make you do? You had to do your elbow. You made you tuck your elbow.
Yep. So he started working with me on my shot. The second thing is I was tall, especially as a high school kid, especially at that age.
Yeah.
And so I could dunk and all that stuff, but I could not dunk with my left hand, and I couldn't dribble with my left hand very well.
So these are like nitty gritty technical things, right?
That almost they're core foundational skills as a basketball.
But they're very technical in nature, yeah.
Yeah, totally, right? So I had to go through this period of discipline of fixing my shot, putting my elbow in, changing the way that my feet.
And it made you a worse shooter in the in-between.
Yeah, totally. I got way worse at first. And I was like, this dude is trying me. This dude is trash. I don't care if he worked with Jason Richardson. Can Jason Richardson even shoot? He can dunk. Maybe
so he asked you. So you asked me, what is my second and third thing?
Yeah. Sorry. Okay, cool. But I was in the details of the story. That was okay. I told you, don't ask me to tell a story. I'm going to end up in therapy really fast. It was headed there. We were going to therapy. Okay, go ahead.
Yank it
Way to pull it back. Okay.
The point is, when I see you not doing first things first, the technicality of you tucking your elbow and having to like dribble more with your left hand and work on your 3-point and dunk with your left, right?
Yes.
That stuff is so frustrating. Mm-hmm. Because it's real precise.
Oh my God.
Okay, so there's certain things in the business and in our life,
yes,
that feel just as like oh my God, if you make me slow down and do this technically right one more time, right? Because
be detailed so people like, I mean, you know what I mean? Like general detail.
Sure. But like, okay, rather than the agreed upon communication channel in our business, which is Slack, I'm going to text you in iChat, iMessage, and WhatsApp. And I'm probably just going to send you a voice memo once in a while.
Totally. Catch it where you can.
Cool.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just being honest.
Okay. So let me close the whole loop, right? Let me close the whole loop. So, hey, executive.
Yeah.
I'm not just speaking to you now. Hey, executive listening.
Yeah.
How many workarounds has your team created?
Ooh.
Because you don't want to go do the thing that you said that we all agreed upon.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So now the team's going to move a little slower. So now the last couple people I onboarded to work with us, I said, hey, you and I, we're going to talk in Slack.
Right.
Darryll's going to talk to you anyway. He's going to talk to you. And there's a level of that that's great because you're creative and you are in flow. I don't want to tamper down the flow. But
what's the negative impact of that? Because I guess at the end of the day, I'm like, yeah, so what? Y'all figured it out. That's the point. That's
until we're ready to scale and move at a speed that we all desire to move, and we can't find the note, the link, the media, you know what I'm saying? Like when we're ready to operate at a speed of Chick-fil-A, and Chick-fil-A knows exactly where their stuff is housed and stored.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I got to go spend 10 minutes, 20, 30 minutes looking for something.
Yeah, got you.
You know what I'm saying? Or the team has to like do this workaround.
Totally.
That's it. That's all I'm saying. So your first thing is
no, this is good. So what about
where technicality and like the importance of details meets your creative flow? I know there's a center for you, and that's all I wanted to close that loop because you asked me the question.
And I'm glad you did, because by the way, I think having that conversation with every founder, every executive, every CEO across the planet, probably 80% of the people would be like twice as hard as what you just had to do to have me have that conversation. It's like, they don't want to hear it.
No.
Because at the end of the day, we're just like, who cares? In my opinion, I would be honest with you. I'd be like, I'm the most productive, efficient one on the team.
Oh. That's wild. That's wild. Cool. Yay.
What? Oh, what? You no?
No, bro. No.
What?
Creative, magnetic, amazing, inspirational. You can hold
Productive and efficient? No.
You can hold all those titles.
Hey, dude, this is wild. Hey, I need somebody to go in the chat right now. That's why I wish this was live. I'd be like, somebody vote in the chat. Who's more productive and efficient, me or Britt? Dang it, never mind.
First of all, yeah.
Don't do that. But I think about results. That's what I'm talking about. It's like, we do the results. I'm telling you, I bet you all the support people right now are like, we could easily, if this was live stream, we could start a whole now I won't say riot, a whole debate. Okay. Support staff, administrative, operationally driven people versus founders, leaders that are whatever we call the Darryll-ish type of people of the world.
Sure. And not all founders are
I understand that.
Yeah.
We're not trying to, well, come on. We don't have the time to talk about unique. Okay. None of us are the same. Even founder to founder. Even if we're the same human design and Myers-Briggs and personality tests and strengths finders. And even if we match all of that, we still got different fingerprints. We still got different stories. We still got different cultural backgrounds, all that stuff. We still got different beliefs somehow. So nobody's the same. I get that.
Yeah.
But the point is, this conversation is hard across the board.
Yeah.
And I think it's costing organizations millions and millions and millions and millions and millions of dollars. And it's costing us collectively a lot of impact that we can make together if we would figure out how to do these first things first, how to have the honest conversation about this trust. Because part of our whole little banter is, I guess subconsciously, I really didn't want to hear it because then I got to face it, because the moment I become clear of it, then I can't act like I'm confused and I don't know, or I don't see it, or I didn't say it, especially when it's public accountability on a podcast. So it was like, cool, let's talk about everything else but the answer.
Second and third thing.
I understand.
First. Yeah.
I understand. And I'm willing, that's part of my calling, where I'm willing to be vulnerable and sit in the heat and bounce around and be authentic. And at the same time, be like, yo, that took 25 minutes of our conversation to have, while I tell random stories and sort of bounce back. So number one, it's one of the reasons why you got to have a Brittany come and facilitate this for your organization and team, because this is the amount of time she can save you in the conversation. It's like, how long is it taking you to navigate these complexities with your team?
This is the meeting after the meeting.
100%.
Yeah, I talk about this a lot. Yeah. So if you are the irony is you have a standing meeting on your calendar with your team every week that could be this honest and could be the best, most productive meeting, right? Everybody's heard, everybody's honest, everybody's on the same team. We all leave with a lot of belief that we can do the things that we okay? When that happens, amazing. We all just go and run with the ball, right? We're all rowing in the same direction. When it's not honest and it's not authentic, and I just stayed quiet because I didn't trust the room, or you as the leader didn't say what you wanted to say, we essentially could have just not spent the time together because nothing real actually got accomplished. And then it leaks out the rest of the week in side conversations, in side meetings, and all of the meetings after the meeting.
Totally.
Every time I say that from stage, everybody chuckles. But if the founder was honest, you probably would look at your numbers and just sit there and cry about the meeting after the meeting. Because it's just leaking time, energy, dollars. It's funny until it's not funny. And it's important. That is a really good litmus test of how much does your team trust each other.
I agree. And what's funny is that, man, people just won't talk it out or fix it. They'll just quit, go find another job, go find another employee. It's just like the kill or be killed out there. And I just think it's a terrible way to try to function as humans when people got families, when people have dreams and aspirations, and when employees put so much into companies that they help to build.
Yeah.
And, I think that the world has leaders and is inviting more to just do it in a deeper, more conscious way.
Yeah.
And so for me, that's why I was so passionate about, talking about human communication this year more on stages, because at the core of that trust and establishing it is that undercurrent layer. It's like the ground that we're standing on. It's the speed by which we can move.
Yeah.
But then it's like what we're pumping in there is like the fuel, the gasoline. It's the, the communication side is important, because when that trust and safety is there, you have to be willing and able.
Yep.
Okay. And I do mean both, willing and able to say what needs to be said for the moment.
Yeah.
Okay. I'll give you an example. Everybody that's watching this that feels any level of yes, this exists in our team, our organization, in my company, whether you're an employee or founder.
Yep.
If we sat the entire team down and we were like, hey, all cards on the table, we all trust each other.
Yep.
Somebody would have to open up their mouth and go, well, here's what's broken.
Yep.
And very few people have the ability to articulate it. Yeah. Number one, they'll talk for 10 minutes and nobody will understand what the heck the problem is. Yeah. They'll talk for 20 minutes and people will think the problem is 7 other problems. It's not.
Yep.
Okay. And then the other thing is the willingness. Usually, this is why they say sometimes the quietest people in the room are the people you should ask to speak up first in community gatherings or team meetings, because usually they have the answer, the solution, what's kinking the holes of the team.
Yeah.
But they're not willing to say it. It's like they're not willing. It's like because they're triggered and it's too fast paced. Usually we got 30 minutes and they really probably need 90.
There's a lot of reasons. Yeah.
Because they probably see all the layers of the combo, which is team and personality. Because it's never about me versus you and you versus me, or us departmentally versus us departmentally. It's never about that. It's always about this trust, and was it clearly communicated? Was that clear? Was the expectation set? Was the culture communicated and held in a way? So to me, trust and communication is like a whole
They're definitely going
power twin.
Yeah.
And I just think we have to ask ourselves, okay, cool. What am I doing as a leader to create greater levels of trust within my organization? Starting with self.
Okay. Yeah.
And then how am I growing in my ability to communicate clearly and effectively what's needed for the moment?
Yep. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's where you come in. Conscious communication.
Nice.
Yep.
Cool. We've got like 3 minutes. Let's just hit the events promo style. Yeah, that's fine. Marriage stuff, we can talk about that later.
That's probably its own.
Yeah, we could just
episode.
have another episode about that.
Need a series, Darryll.
A series. I'd say I usually open. I say something like, "Hey, if somebody's worth interviewing once, they're worth interviewing."
I know. I heard you say yesterday.
Did you?
Yeah.
See, so duh to you. So, will you please come back in the future? Okay, cool. But I do want to just talk about the event real quick. So, just I would love to hear your version, okay, of what is Seeding Greatness Socials, networking events? How did it come to be?
Yeah.
Why should people care? When's our next one? And then we can kind of sign off at some point. Yeah.
Interesting. Okay. So what is this? 26? Okay. So December of 2024. Okay. It's late. Everybody's asleep. I'm on the edge of the bed with those Sunday scaries. Really not looking forward to what was ahead. And, we get very reflective at the end of the year. So I get my journal out. You know this. I drew a really thick line down the middle of the piece of paper.
Yeah.
And I was like, on the left side, this is what I do not want to do anymore. I don't want to do this anymore. This makes me feel drained and not myself. And like, why are we still doing this? Right. So that emotion, that feeling, I wrote those things on the left that made me feel that way. On the right side of the paper, this is what I want to do. I think at the time I was using this language of, I should learn the name of the rule, but it's like, hey, what's the top 20%? Right? Like what?
Pareto principle.
Yeah. Pareto principle. What is the...
That might be wrong, by the way. Is that right? Okay. Cool.
What's the 20% that's giving you 80% of your results?
Yeah.
Something like that.
Yep.
So I'm looking like, hey, what do I want to do? What's like the top 20% that I love to do? And can we just double down on it?
Yeah.
On that right side was in-person events with people. I had so much Zoom fatigue. I had so much like, I could feel any bit of time that we got in person with people, I was activated and lit up. You were lit up, excited, activated, right? It was just, I could just feel it like feeding my soul. So in-person stuff was on the right side of the paper. Now this is December of 24. So, some time was in between. Our first Seeding Greatness Social, which is an in-person networking event, that first one, I think we had 40 people in the room, which honestly is a win. But that wasn't until the end of July. So had a vision, had no idea how it was going to happen because our business model was not set up for that. It was very, online or one-on-ones, or we traveled to events. You know what I mean? Like you're on the road going to people's events.
Yeah.
So nothing was really in place. But we just kept taking steps. We were very open to it. We didn't even try to force it. I don't even think we talked about it for a while. And then comes our retreat in June of last year. So we had our Extracting Genius retreat where we spent 3 days in a beautiful Airbnb in Middle Tennessee with some amazing leaders and people. Okay. On the last night of the event, shout out to Jim Morris. He partners with us to host Beyond the Table dinner.
Yep.
We have the dinner.
Yep.
And we meet a manager of a co-working space, a gorgeous space in Nashville. And he's like, hey, we're doing anything and everything right now. We're trying all kinds of things. We're open to whatever. And we said, you know, that's funny. We're thinking about hosting events. Would you guys be willing to host our first event next month? He was like, yep, let's do it. Very little questions asked, by the way. So we went from our in-person retreat, which was incredible. Also, we're doing it again this June of 26. So send us a message if you're ready for that.
Let's go, baby.
Yeah. 50 acres, beautiful property, lake, sauna, the whole thing.
Going in. It's about to be fire.
Yeah.
I'm trying to tell you, better come to the Extracting Genius retreat.
Yeah.
Because we're going to extract your genius. Now, so people don't think that that's just marketing collateral. I just think that it's important to understand the thought that went into that. Because I believe, just like I'm sure you believe, that every person has a divine purpose, that each and every person is here for a reason.
Yeah.
And that there's not another replica of you, and there will never be another replica of you, that you are as unique as this fingerprint that you have here. And just like there's a fingerprint externally, I believe there's a soul print internally. And it is your wiring, your divine desires. And when you learn your origin and reflect on your life experience, you get to see the handwriting of God on your life, the hardwiring code in your wire. It's just looking at your fingerprint and your soul print. When it's like you get to see it. And that's what we do at the Extracting Genius. So genius is about your unique genius.
Yeah. And then remember the full name.
Yeah.
Extracting Genius, Multiplying Impact.
Multiplying Impact, of course. And that's why the last day we bring in a group of community people. So we spend the time, we extract your signature story.
Yeah.
Learn about, you know, where you came from, what's your story.
Yep.
I don't want to spill all the beans. And then we frame the speeches the second day and then let people do content with each other to interview it out. Because sometimes clarity is a process of expression.
For sure.
And when you're working on new speeches, you need reps to get it out. So you'll get a lot of reps from podcasts. We'll have you do stage speaking moments. You'll get live coaching and feedback from me and Britt. I usually do the bulk of that. She handles the deets of it. And then that third day, we spend time having them go deeper into that expression and elevating what it really likes as they sit with that message more. And then bring in that community.
Yeah.
Oh my God, it's such a good event. And then a couple of people did podcasts afterwards. So Extracting Genius. And so we did that, and it was an amazing experience for leaders. We extracted their stories. We had a lot of podcast content, got them testimonials for their speaking brands, photos, and then keep going.
Yeah. And then because we were open to it, that's the lesson. That's the whole point of the story.
Yeah.
Write it down. Right? It was very clear. Write the vision, make it plain.
I'm with you.
Okay. Just kept walking.
Yeah.
Open.
Yes.
Don't know where it's going to come from.
I know.
Had no clue.
I know.
Meet somebody in June.
Yeah.
First event in July.
Yes.
Incredible.
Yes.
Also a little clunky, which is fine. So please get started before you feel ready.
Yeah.
If you would have asked us if we feel ready to do that, the answer was heck no.
Heck no. Heck no. And there was an ego thing. Like our first event, 40 people, when we run TEDx conference, we can get more people. Oh my God. It was just like, it's not about how many people there. It's not about the marketing collateral after. It's not about getting the most important people we know in the room. It's not about you getting the most amount of prospect clients in the room just so we can roll them in. It's about being obedient to what we feel we're supposed to do with our life in this season.
Yeah.
Yes.
And so I called the 40 people. I called that a win. I did not know how many were going to come. That's July.
Yeah.
Then we hit September, October, December.
Yes, pull up a picture of the Seeding Greatness. I know we got one. Yes, keep going.
This is...
Keep going. He's got it.
That's only our third event.
Yeah.
Okay? So the point is, look how quickly something can become big and beautiful and organic and full of life when you just are open and you just keep walking the steps and you say yes.
Yeah.
So we've just seen amazing partners come around us. We've seen amazing people show up all over Middle Tennessee. I mean, one lady's like driving from Kentucky, the bottom of Kentucky, to get to Nashville for the event.
I know.
Shout out to her. So that's how the events came to be. And that's why you should show up, because number one, you're stepping into a room that was not created of our own like muscle. We didn't have to like force it, right? So you're like stepping into this stream of divine momentum already.
Put the picture back up, bro. Let me see that. Yeah, keep going.
Yeah. So coming to these events is no one of them is the same.
Yeah.
So February 24th is our next one. It's in Nashville at Industrious.
Yeah.
It's, oh my God. It's already got a fingerprint of its own. It's already got a life of its own.
Yeah.
Okay. The Eventbrite link is live. Go to our bio. It's all there, right? February 24th.
Yeah.
And the March one won't be the same either.
No.
And the one after that won't be the same either.
No.
And the point is, it's organically growing and becoming something, because at our first one, you laid the foundation. You said, this is a community of communities.
Yes.
We're going to cross-pollinate.
Yes.
Okay. So the point is, you can be a part of a ton of organizations around here.
Yep.
Which as a female in business, I'm a part of some amazing groups.
Yep.
There's a lot of
city.
Yeah, there's a lot of them around here.
Shout out to, the all types of groups.
Yeah.
Let me not start shouting people out.
Yeah, don't
Stop it. Okay, keep going.
So that's it. That's why you should come, because that's what you're stepping into. That's how they came to be.
Yeah.
And so if you need to have your own line on the piece of paper moment, had I not done that and had we not been open to it, well, I don't believe that they wouldn't have happened, because if God wants something to happen, he's going to work around me, over me, or under me, right? But the point is, maybe you need to have your own like line in the piece of paper moment and see what you need to be open to and focus on.
I know. And man, I should probably have our editors lay over some testimonials so people could hear, what people are saying about the events. But I could talk for hours about. Well,
you can go to my YouTube channel. I've got both of the recap videos on there with the testimonials in there.
Sweet.
So
and there's so many more that we haven't even put out there
yet.
So thank you for everybody that recorded one, because I watch every single one, because I'm in it for the service. I'm like, whether we post it or not, I hope we should, but I'm like, I watch it to see the sincerity in it, to be like, what I'm doing is working or not, which is what I appreciated about Terry Weaver's testimonial. That first one, he was like, hey man, this was great, man, I feel like this was valuable, blah blah blah, and he was like, and I was like, thank you for that. I want to get better. I can't change everything, can't become everybody's butler, but can definitely become better as a leader. So thank you for that. And so just watching those testimonies and hearing people being like, man, I've been in this community for 20 years and been looking for the diversity of community that you guys have, right? Like 20 years in a community waiting for diversity. Wow. And man, I've been waiting for a place where I felt like I could talk about faith and business and not feel like, I got to go around my faith friends. I got to go around my spiritual people. I got to hang around my business folks. Like, we all up in here doing it all.
Yeah.
Like, we appreciate that. You know what I'm saying? And so I just think like it's happening. And that's what they're saying about this.
Yep.
And so, man, make sure you guys come out to February 24th. And man, we got to land the plane.
Yep.
This was amazing. Yeah. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
I think we redeemed our time, our first podcast. I like this one so much better. And we'll have you on again, and you'll interview me, and we'll just make stuff up as we go.
Let's do that.
That would be really fun.
Let me interview you.
Yeah, we just made that up just now.
I like that.
Okay.
You need to get interviewed.
Final thought for people.
It's the same thing. It's baby steps. I say this a lot. but I think it's important to say again, my journey back to trusting myself and this, I had to stop self-abandoning. I had to stop muting myself. That journey started with a glass of water every morning, going to the gym when I said I would go to the gym, doing the things that I said I would do consistently so that I could trust myself again. And so whatever that looks like in your life, pick one area. I'm going to start taking baby steps. Every time I commit internally, silently, that that's something I'm going to do, I actually do it. So pick that thing and commit to actually doing it. Take those baby steps because those steps will compound over time. So I believe deeply that trusting yourself will lead to trusting other people, will lead to more impact, will lead to a way more fulfilled life. And like, if we're not here to help and serve people, like, what are we doing? I really believe that most people want to do good in the world, but you have to take those baby steps first so that you can trust yourself that you are somebody who can make a difference. So that's it.
Let's go. All right, y'all. That's the Seeding Greatness podcast. Brittany Stinson. And I'm your host, D Stins, baby. Thank you for tuning in. Remember, y'all, information without application is frustration. And it's stupid. Okay. So don't do that. We got exposed to a lot of great information on this podcast today. At the core of trust, I wrote down this trust audit and looking at our blind spots. We talked about the Sunday scaries. We talked about trusting myself and really looking at the things that when we say I have to face it, looking at what the resistance in those areas. I wrote down priorities, doing third things first instead of first things first. And then I even wrote down the little skill that you did, which is say pause and breathe to make sure that we're coming from a regulated space when we're assessing, how we're showing up in our trust. Man, we talked about levels of trust, feedback and ideas, marriage, our Seeding Greatness, social, so much good stuff. And all y'all need to do is take one thing and implement it, let alone some multiple things and figure out how to integrate it into your business and your life. Make sure you connect with Brittany on all social platforms, book her for your stages, hire her for your workshops, just a little bit, not too much. And make sure you know that we train together, man. We're bringing to the market this year this human communication and trust as a pairing to do together from stage. So we pitched it once last year, and we haven't got a no yet.
That's true.
So we might be already sitting on one yes, or maybe you're our one yes. But regardless, go make sure you implement. So type into the chat what you're implementing, what you're taking away. Make sure you subscribe, share this with other people, all that good stuff that you know to do with content that you love and support. And just remember, keep seeding greatness. Love you. Peace.